Hello and welcome to Team Talk. So I'm here at the Central Stadium, but I've got some wonderful guests with me today. Get in the live comments with your questions because it's all about you guys, the Amis, the fans at home. Tell me exactly what you're thinking, anything you want us to ask, and we'll be joined by manager Richie Wellens very soon as well. But before that, we have got some special guests, as I said. So we have got new recruits, Paul Coots and Tom James with us. So get your questions in for our new signings. And we also have a special guest with us, a little lion himself. We have got Alfie. So Alfie, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Alfie, I'm 12, and my favourite player is Václav Hadalke.
Fair play. It's a shame we don't have Václav with us. But we'll have to get him next time, maybe. But are you looking forward to speaking to the new signings?
Yeah.
It should be good. Now, I have heard that you have got some questions for us. So I want you to kick things off. So you ready to ask them?
Some questions for you, Tom. What's the difference between Scottish and English football?
That's a good question. I think it's a lot colder up in Scotland. That was one thing I noticed straight away. But to be fair, I think it's pretty similar. There's not too many massive differences. The biggest one for me was probably the change of like fans. Like you go 1 week where you play against like a Hamilton where you'd have a couple thousand, then the next week you'd have Celtic away and you'd have like 40, 50,000. So I'd probably say that's probably the main difference what I've seen up there.
Yeah. What's been your most memorable moment in football?
I'd probably say making my debut. I made my debut at Cardiff against Chelsea. I came on for the last few minutes. So obviously that was a big moment for me and my family, and something I'll always remember.
What's been your biggest challenge when you were playing football for Hibberdine?
What was that, sorry?
What's been your biggest challenge in Scotland when you were playing football?
I think it was probably the times when I wasn't playing. I spent a lot of time up there not playing, so it was obviously really frustrating for me. But I just had to keep working hard, doing what I knew what I should have been doing, and yeah, just focusing on trying to improve myself as much as I could.
Yeah. Who has the worst taste for music in the dressing room?
Do you mean at Salford?
Yeah.
I don't actually know. I've only heard Ash on the speaker, so I'm gonna have to say him because I don't know anyone else.
Cutesy, what about yours? Who do you think's the worst?
Out of fire, it's Ash Hunter.
What does he actually play?
He's into all the new hip hop stuff, which I've never heard of. So I don't know if that's me showing my age or just what he's into. But I obviously know Ash from Fleetwood, and I think he would have got voted worst on the speaker there as well. So definitely Ash.
Fair play.
If you had the owners round for tea, what would you cook them?
I don't know. The meal I'd cook the best probably bolognese, pasta bolognese. But I think I'd be pretty nervous if they were coming round, so I'd probably just do like beans on toast or something. So I'd try and make it go right.
What about you, Cootsy?
No, I would probably go the other way and get a big steak out and try and wine and dine them, try and get a new contract probably. I think that would be the best idea. Maybe get a chef in, actually. Get a chef in and really treat them.
I never actually thought that's actually a very clever idea. Any more questions, Alfie?
Last one for Tom. What is your favourite sport apart from football?
It's definitely golf. I love golf. I've been playing since I was like 5 or 6. So that's pretty much all I do when when we get days off, I just go and play golf as much as I can. So I'd probably say that.
Yeah.
Anything else, Alfie?
That's it for Tom.
Okay, we're going to go to Cooksey now. You were like the interview extraordinaire.
How are you coping with all this corona?
Much the same as everyone else, I'd imagine. It's been a bit boring, really. Thankfully, we've been all safe and well, so touch wood, that continues. But I think it's just getting a bit boring, really. It's lucky for us guys, we still get to go out and play football. But my wife and kids are stuck in the house all day, and she's trying to homeschool both of them. So I think she's going off her head a little bit. But obviously, we get the relief of going to football, so I think we're pretty lucky, really.
Yeah. What football team do you support?
Aberdeen. Tom thinks it was cold where he was. I'm from the very north of Scotland. And
Yeah.
that's really cold up there.
Who was your childhood idol?
Zidane. I thought he was the best player when I was growing up. I like Scholesy. I don't want to say that now because it's a bit cringe, isn't it? Being a midfielder, that was the two players I looked up to, really, because I thought they were the best at the time.
Where would you see Salford in 5 years?
Well, I think with the ambition of the owners and the squad they put together, hopefully we get promoted this year and then go again. And then I think once you're on that sort of run, who knows? I mean, hopefully you can get up to the championship and see where we're at from there. But it's not easy. I mean, I did it with Sheffield United. We were in League One and we got to the Premier League. So when you get used to winning games and winning promotions, they sort of flow in another one season into the next. So hopefully that can happen here.
Sheffield's actually my second team as well.
Which one? United?
United, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right then. I'll let you off with that. If it was Wednesday, I would have to get off the phone.
What's been a positive since you've come to Salford?
I think just meeting all the players and management and a new challenge. It's all exciting stuff. I think I've been at Fleetwood for 18 months and I wouldn't say it had gone stale, but it'd gone a little bit. They changed the manager and things weren't looking too positive there when I was leaving. So to come to a club which is pushing to try and get promoted again's been an excitement and just can't wait to get playing.
Yeah. What's been the most challenging thing that's happened to you since Corona started?
Probably, I mean, homeschooling's been hard, but been reunited with Ash Hunter. That's been really hard. So probably that, I would say. I got away from babysitting at home and have to babysit him at training.
Who's the joker in the dressing room?
I don't know. Tom, who do you think? Because we're new, it's quite hard because we're all spread out in different dressing rooms because of the corona. So we've not really mingled that much.
I think, well, from the times we've been in, I think Clarkie's quite funny, like little sly comments with his accent. Funny. It's just the accent, like the North accent just cracks me up all the time. And he just has little words here and there, just crack me up.
Yeah, I would go with that as well, actually. Clarkie's pretty funny.
That's it, thanks.
Okay, well, I have got have you got any questions for the manager, Alfie?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's going to join us very shortly if it works. Fingers crossed. Oh, there's an empty chair here. He's going to make an entrance. Oh, I can see a shadow in the distance. Is that a gaming chair Richie Wellens has?
Surely not.
It does look like.
It looks like a gaming chair, doesn't it? I like how Richie's just... Oh, here we go. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Hello. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, Zara, yeah. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right, thanks. Are you?
I'm all right, yeah. Not bad. Cootsy, Tom, you all right?
Yeah,
Hey,
good
Gaffer.
thanks.
Good. Who's the young fellow we've got?
I'm Alfie.
Alfie, nice to meet you. How are you?
Pardon?
You okay?
Yeah, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad. Good lad.
Now, I think Alfie has got some questions for you first. You ready to ask him?
Yeah.
Go on then, Alfie.
How has the club changed since you've rejoined?
Ooh, what, as a player?
Yeah, when you played
Well,
for us.
I don't really count myself as really being a player because I only played for 3 or 4 weeks, and by the time I played for this club, my legs were shut off and I was ready for retirement. So I don't really consider myself as a player, but obviously I've seen all the things that I've got in the background, the new stadium and where the club wants to go. I could see little signs of it back then, but I think it was probably 3 or 4 years ago. I could see little signs of it. But when you've got the owners that we've got, you only want to take the club one place and I want to take it forward. So they've done really well the last 4 or 5 years, and the next 4 or 5 years can be really exciting for us. And we want to take it onto not just the next level, but the level above that as well.
Yeah. What's been the best moment since you've joined?
It'd have to be a game really, because in terms of our training schedule and the way we communicate with the lads and the way we interact with lads is very limited. It's really tough because the players come in, change, they train, and then they go home, change. There's no waiting around a training ground and getting to know each other. So the best moment would probably be the last minute winner away at Scunthorpe, because last minute winners are always nice. I would say we've probably had 2 or 3 performances that have been really good. Bradford at home was a really good performance, but an individual moment would be that last minute winner from me and Henderson in the last minute.
Yeah. If you were to cook a meal for the team for tea, what would it be?
Sorry, repeat that, it cut off.
If you were to cook a meal for the team for tea, what would it be?
What would I cook you? If you give me a minute, I'll go and ask my wife. Alfie, I can't cook. I feel ashamed to say I've been a professional footballer since I was 17, and they are lazy so-and-sos. They do not cook. So, I mean, I've had a few years where I lived on my own and attempted to cook. It didn't go very well. So whenever I've stayed on my own, I've tended to have takeaway, and not your usual takeaway, but I've tended to get someone in to cook me food if it wasn't my wife.
What do you think the team needs to work on?
I just continue what we're doing. We need to get an identity. We're not quite there yet, and that's because since I've been at the club, we haven't had our strongest team available. Richie Tell's now getting fit. James Wilson's been out injured, then come back, and now he's injured again. 3 or 4 games this year, players have actually pulled out either the day before the game or the day of the game in the morning due to the COVID rules and they've tested positive. So it's really difficult to get any fluency together. But I've seen in the last 5-6 days in training a lot of positive stuff. So I've been in a situation before where I've took over a new group of players. It takes time, but I'm fully confident in what I do and the players that we're starting to get together now, and we will become a good football team that produces results.
Mm-hmm. If you could drive any car in the world for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Well, I've got a Range Rover, so it'd have to be a Range Rover, only because I've got 3 kids, so it fits them in. But I'm not a big car lover. I used to be when I was younger, but now, a little lesson for you: when you get to 17, save your money. You're just a waste of money.
Where do you think Salford would be in 5 years?
I would like to say the Championship. I think it's a realistic goal. I think in the next 18 months it'll be tough. I think promotion to League One is a lot easier step than the promotion from League One to the Championship. I've been a player that's been promoted from League One to the Championship. I know what it takes. You only have to look at the teams in League One now that are fighting. Your Hull, your Sunderlands, your Ipswiches. There's some huge clubs there. So I think first and foremost, get promoted to League One, and then evaluate things and see how you go from there. But the Championship is definitely an aim.
Yeah. Who's the most chattiest out of the team?
Again, it's really tough because we don't even away games, we don't sit on the coach with them. We're not allowed to travel with them. So unfortunately, I have the honour of driving 2 or 3 hours with Warren Joyce, which can be quite challenging at times because Warren never shuts up. I would say Richie Towell in my brief conversation. Richie's very opinionated, which I like. Good character. Trusts his opinion and backs it, and can be argumentative at times. But yeah, real good lad, and he's probably the most chattiest that we've got.
That's it, thanks.
No problem. Is that it?
Well,
That was easy. I thought he was going to grill me with some tough questions.
well, there were some brilliant questions, Alfie, so thank you for that. So I will love you and leave you to enjoy this team talk, and there's a fun quiz at the end of it as well, so make sure you take part in that, okay, Alfie?
Thank you.
But
Cheers,
well done
Alfie.
on some cracking questions.
Thank you.
Cheers, Alfie.
What'd you say, Richie?
Cheers, mate.
Hey?
Did you say something then?
No, I said bye, Alfie.
Oh, I thought before that, I thought you were going to say something.
No.
All right, okay. Right, well, I shall see you soon, Alfie.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go.
He's sweating. I've just come in from a run.
Well, okay. Well, so we have got some more questions for you. So the live chat, we've currently got a few questions and fans have sent them in earlier as well. So I want to get down to obviously really serious questions here because some of them are serious, some of them aren't. So the first one is for you, Coots. Andrew Thurston wants to know, World Cups or Nike Tiempos?
Tiempos.
Trainers. What's your go-to trainers?
Yeah, Nike Air Maxes. That's for
Okay.
all events that Nike's out the lot. Air Maxes.
Now we have got another question from Andrew Thurston. This is for you, Tom. So this is going to be a little test for you, this one. He wants to know, he says, Tom, did you meet your love down the gasworks wall?
What does
Do you know
that
what he's
mean?
referencing to? So
No idea.
this is where you need to go and look it up. The song at Salford City is Dirty Old Town. And that's one of the lines in the song. So that's your homework now.
Okay.
You've got to learn. You know what? Have these lads done initiation songs, Richie?
I would have done on away trips, but again, unfortunately, I haven't seen any of them. I wouldn't imagine
Well, maybe
Keith's done one yet.
Oh, see, that's what I mean. You could save that for him then. You'll be forced to do Dirty Old Town.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do then, Zara. You can come to the next away trip and you can video him and you can put it on the website next time Cootie and Tom do it, yeah?
Okay. All right, that's the deal. This is for everyone to see now. So there's evidence of this. So I will hold you all to that. Now, we've got a question for you, Richie, from a little kid called Asher Weinberg. He wants to know, how much do you think Hladky has helped us so far this season?
Fantastic goalkeeper. I worked with a tremendous goalkeeper last year called Stephen Bender, who's gone back into Swansea squad now and he's fighting for the #1 spot there. And I believe that Stephen Bender will go on to be a Premier League goalkeeper. He's 21. Hladky has every attribute. He's probably not as big as Stephen, but he has every attribute. I'm not sure at his age now he can reach the Premier League. I hope for his sake he does. But 100% he can play in the Championship. Fantastic goalkeeper. And a real good man as well. Good professional. Does everything right. Trains properly. When he shakes your hand, he stands up to shake his hand. He's a real good human being.
Now, another one. This is for everyone. So I'll go to you, Cootsy, first because you're the first one on my screen. Does Gary Neville follow you on social media accounts if you have any?
I have no social media.
Wow. Now, what about you, Tom?
I've got Twitter, but I don't know. He must not have found me yet, so I'll wait for that one.
Richie, what about you?
I've no idea. I've got a Twitter account, and when we was on lockdown, the boredom took over, so I did actually start interacting with a lot of people. But now I'm back to some kind of normality. I've totally pushed it to one side. I can't be doing with it.
Now that question, that was from Sheila Smith. Sheila Smith said that she's only asking because he doesn't follow her yet. So that's the only reason why she's asking. We've got Tony now as well. So she wants to ask you, Richie, have there been any things that have surprised you since your arrival at Salford as manager, good or bad?
Again, it's really, I spoke to probably 2 or 3 managers that have gone into club recently. I spoke to one manager that's gone in this week at a club, and everybody's finding it really difficult to go into a new club at this time with what's going on. It is really, really difficult. The training ground has surprised me, but then I've watched the documentary back, and I should have known what was coming. Again, it's difficult when I'll be going to bed tonight thinking, please don't rain, because what I don't want to do is get into the training ground in the morning and having to reschedule the players, and we train at Platt Lane or we train at Part. I want a consistent base where the players know exactly what's happening. So players are like, they want to be told where to be at what time, and they want to have fixed schedules. And that's what I was like as a player, and I think every player at the club wants that now. We don't really want to be flicking to and from training grounds.
So we have got Russell Wintle now in the live chat. He says, for Richie, you mentioned that it's easier to get to League One. So when Swindon struggled early doors after promotion, what did you find the most difficult?
Well, what the reason what I felt, and probably the reason why I left the club, is we got promoted last year, and I only asked the chairman, just keep me the same squad. I didn't want any new players, just keep me the same squad. And if it comes, because of obviously the financial restraints on all clubs at that time, I only wanted to keep the same squad. And then maybe once the season started, towards the end of the window, maybe add 1 or 2. I lost 8 of my starting 11. So that was really tough. And then what you do is you number your targets 1 to 5, and more or less every position, I didn't get any of my targets 1 to 5. So I was dealing with a whole new squad. And again, when you're playing the likes of Sunderland and Hull, it can become quite difficult when you're a new squad. I would have imagined if we would have kept the same squad, a bit like Crewe are doing now. Swindon was a better team than Crewe and a better team than Plymouth last year. Them clubs have kept the majority of their players and kicked on, and Crewe are doing really well this year. Unfortunately for Swindon, having a massive overall of players and struggling.
I know we've got some more questions coming in. We have got Russell. He wants to know, how close is Mo Torre from getting a chance with the first team?
He's quite close. That's the reason why we called him back from Marine. He's been a little bit unlucky not to get any game time at all. We're hoping he needs to improve his fitness. But he's shown moments when he plays for the B team. He scored 2 the other day at Huddersfield. He has got certain skill sets that no one at the club has got. At the moment, he's fighting with Henderson and Wilson and Asante for them spots. But we do believe if he is given a chance, then he will take it.
Now we've got some more questions. So we've got one for you, Coots. We've got Jake on YouTube. He wants to know, what is your favourite memory of playing so far?
Of my career?
Yep.
Coots there?
Yeah. It would probably be getting the call off Richie and coming to Salford, I would say.
I meant playing against me, chasing after me.
No, I didn't enjoy playing against you, to be fair. Had a couple of tough knocks. No, probably, like the seasons you get promotion are the ones you remember. So I had some good times at Sheffield United. I think, to be honest with you, the promotion out of League One was the one I enjoyed the most. It was the one I was part of the most. I was injured for the first part of the season when we went up out of the Championship. So it felt a bit, not that you hadn't contributed, but you hadn't contributed as much as you would want to. But I played 50 odd games the season we'd gone up out of League One. So probably that season would be my best memory in football.
Now we've got one for all of you. We have got Harry wants to know, do any of you have any pets? So I'll go to, so it's a shake of the head from Cootsy and Tom. What about you, Richie?
I don't, but my kids do.
No, that's a hidden fact there, because I know you have a dog. You have a little sausage dog.
Yeah.
And you say it's your dog, though, so you can't just say it's your kids now.
It's not my dog, it's the children's responsibility.
So what's the little sausage dog? What's the little sausage dog's name?
Ovi.
Ovi.
Could you imagine me walking down the road taking a mini sausage dog for a walk?
Is Ovi there right now?
No, he's not. He's upstairs.
Oh, that's gutting.
If you've got time at the end, I'll come and show him you.
Okay, that sounds good. I mean, I'll try and see if I can get like Obi, like we'll make like a little Salford bandana or something.
A bandana?
Yeah, like, like a little bandana you can put around like the dog's neck or something. A bit like this, actually. Yeah. You know what? We could try and find like a Salford snood and we could put it on Ovi. Might drown him, like, because he's a little sausage dog by the sounds of it.
His face is tiny.
We'll try and see what we can do. Now, we have got a question for Tom. So Echo on YouTube wants to know, what is the best thing about Salford that you've witnessed so far? Could be about the club, could be about the area.
I think it's probably the group we got. I think, yeah, you said when I first come in that it's kind of like a little family there. And that's something I noticed straight away. With a couple of us who have come in recently, it's just like we've been there for ages. And it makes everything so much easier for you, being a new signing, coming in and everyone getting on so well straight away.
Okay. Now we've got a question from Tony Quinn for you, Richie. He says, we have Bolton in a couple of weeks, so I was wondering how Richie is going to keep Doyle quiet as he will know him from his Swindon days.
Well, Doyle is a really tough one because you can keep him quiet for the majority of the game. The amount of times I had him and thinking I need to sub him off. He's not contributing at all. But he's one of them players that you never bring off because within a split second he can score. I think my first game when we played him at the Reebok, then he didn't really have a kick, but one chance, one goal. I think what you've got to do is you've got to stop the supply line to him. If you keep him out of the box, he's not necessarily quick. He ain't going to run in behind you and run away from you. But if you allow service into the box and you drop a little bit deeper, then his movement is excellent. And at this level, he's second to none his finishing ability. So he's had his one goal against me this year. Hopefully he can draw a blank next time we play him.
Fingers crossed. Now we've got Andrew Thurston wants to know, Richie, if you could sign one player that you have played with in your time as a player, who would it be?
It's a tough one because I played with Harry Kane and Jamie Vardy was a front two at Leicester when I was playing there. But you never, Harry Kane was a talent, but you never thought he would go on to play, to have the career that he has done. And Jamie Vardy at that time was actually struggling to get in front of Chris Wood, David Nugent. So you'd have to say the career that he's gone on to have would be Harry Kane.
Okay. And we've got a question for you all now as well. So Sheila says, so to you first, Richie. She says, Richie, Ibu Toure is my favourite Salford player, but outside of Salford, who is your favourite league player at the moment?
Probably Marcus Rashford, because obviously I'm a Man United fan. Not just only his ability on the pitch, but what he's doing for everything off the pitch. To actually take the government to sword and make sure that probably end up being millions of kids are getting fed. Fantastic. A lad from Wythenshawe can go on not only to have the career that he's had on the pitch, but his influence off the pitch as well. A remarkable young man.
Okay. Now, also to Tootsie and Tom, she wants to know, in the squad so far, who is the best player to play with? So I'll go to you first, Tom.
That's quite hard to tell because obviously only been here 2 minutes. But from what I've seen, obviously Coots, but as well as that, I'd probably say Richie's quite good because he's always looking to get on the ball. He's really busy, like with his movements and stuff. So I'd probably say Richie, but obviously first of all Coots.
Right, Coots, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think Richie's a talent as well. I think he's one of them players, if you can get him in little pockets higher up the pitch, you're waiting for end product really off him. And what we've seen so far, it looks like he's going to produce that. So he's what makes his job quite easy because all you're going to do is have to supply him and let him do his stuff. So he's got that bit of magic.
Okay. Now we have a question which I hope is not going to cause any issues in this chat now, but we have got Harry wants to know, Richie, who has the worst punctuality to training? Now I hope it's not someone in this chat because this will just get really awkward really quickly.
Bruno Andrade was about 36 hours late for training on Tuesday. So probably Bruno. Great talent, Bruno.
He just has his head in the clouds sometimes.
Well, I don't need to say any more then, do I?
He likes mini donuts. His thing that, but yeah. Now we have
mini
got.
Donuts.
Oh yeah, loves mini donuts. I just think that if you had mini donuts there, he'd be there on time.
Well, I'll try that. I'll text him at 5 to 10 and say we've got mini donuts and see if he's in for 10 o'clock.
To be fair, do it because I've done things. It's worked. To be fair, if I say to any of the lads that there's donuts there, they'll be there.
You get certain types of players that like to be fashionably late, or if they're on time, it's like with 30 seconds to spare. Sean Bernard and Bruno Andrade, they're two lads that like to be just on time. But in the mean, they're always late.
Who's the earliest to training, can I ask them?
Not really sure, because when the players are filtering in, I'm in the office, so I don't really see them filtering in. I would imagine it would be the experienced lads that look after the body and probably doing a little bit before training starts.
Okay. Now I've got some more questions as well. So let's have a look. So they want to talk about Oldham on Saturday and get all your thoughts on the game. So I'll go to Cutesy first. What are you thinking about the game on Saturday?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, it's been nice to get a week's training with the lads. It's disappointing the game was off, but it's probably helped myself and Tom as well, I'd imagine, to settle better, get to know what the manager's looking for from us and get to know the rest of the players better. So, hopefully done enough in training to put ourselves in his thoughts and get a game on Saturday. But yeah, just looking forward to getting going.
What about you, Tom?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It always takes a little bit of time to gel with new teams and get to know what kind of things the other players do. So yeah, this week's been good for us, I think. And yeah, same as Coach. Hopefully done enough to get a starting spot now.
Richie, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, like any game in this league, it'll be a tough game. They're a good team going forward. They've got some clever footballers. A lot of midfield players and 10 type players that can handle the ball. They just lost Danny Rowe to Bradford, so we expect them to bring a forward in probably before the game. We think defensively they've got weaknesses that we can exploit, so it's going to be a good game. I'm just pleased there's no supporters in, so it saves me getting a lot of stick.
So that's a fair point, that. Stuart Neal wants to know, Richie, also the players we have in on loan, they look very impressive so far. Are there any plans on keeping them permanently?
Well, at this stage of the season, we've not even thought about. Obviously, you've got different types of loan players. So you look at, obviously, Tom and Paul are on loan. They'll be looking for what they're going to be doing next year, i.e. contracts or new clubs. So that's something that we'll look at. Whereas Robbie Gotts, on the other hand, is a little bit different because ideally he wants to use us as a stepping stone to then go back to lead his first team. So all I'm concentrating on is the next 10 games. Let's get a really good points return in the next 10 games. Then let's kick on for the last few games of the season and see where we are. We will be in a much stronger position if we're in League One than we are in League Two.
Okay, now this is a funny one to ask footballers because I always get told the same answer for this, but we have got a few people in the chat. We have got Jamie and Jake and Chris. They want to know, what are your score predictions for Saturday, if you're willing to give one? So I'll go to Richie first.
As long as we win. I would like to start scoring more goals, so I would like to score 2 or 3 goals, but just as long as we win and put on a good performance.
You in agreement with that, Cootsy and Tom?
Yeah, winning a clean sheet for me.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 points. Just 3 points and move on. So away from all you can ask.
Sounds good. Now we have got some more questions coming in now. Let's have a look at them. So Dave Farrar wants to ask you, Richie, are we working on corners enough? I'm a bit sad that we're not scoring that many, but he's hopeful with the way that it's going at the minute.
There was a threat from corners 3-4 games ago. Tom Clark scored a great header against Newport. I just think in the last couple of games, Newport was a little bit different because the conditions were so bad. Our delivery into the box, probably since Ashunter was suspended against, remind me, Leyton Orient away, our set plays weren't what they should have been. And then since then, the runs have been okay, the movement in the box has been okay, but the delivery hasn't been, for the quality that we've got to put in the areas. It hasn't been what it should have been. So if we work on set plays every week, we try and identify weaknesses in the opposition, and we'll be doing the same against Oldham.
Okay. Now we have got a question for you, Richie, by Harry Ledsham. He wants to know, Richie, what team manager do you look up to?
I think everybody looks up to Pep because he's probably the best that he's ever been in terms of his trophies and the players and the teams that he's worked with, and the way that he just instantly gets his teams playing. I've worked with a couple of managers myself, Nigel Pearson and Sean O'Driscoll, which they left a really good mark with me, both for different reasons. One tactical, one the way he held himself and the way he was with around a group of players and treated them as men, and commanded their respect. But I think worldwide, everybody would probably go for Pep.
Okay, fair dues. Now it looks like that is it for the questions so far. Yeah, it looks like that is it. So, Richie, are you? We're going to do a quiz next. You don't have to stay for the quiz, you, Richie. But if you are going to go, you have to show us over.
Well, if I'm staying for the quiz, am I joining in?
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll stay. But
okay.
If I'm just going to watch, and I'll go. You know what I mean? I'm not just sitting there watching you have a quiz when I might know the answer.
I'm obviously going to ask you the questions.
All right, well, I'll stay and I'll join in.
Right, can we see Ovi at the end though? Is that a guarantee?
1 minute, I'll text my little boy to bring him down.
Okay.
There you go.
So we get to see Mini Richie as well then. Right then. So let's get this quiz sorted. So let's see if this quiz is working. This is where now technology is going to love us. Let's see what other ones we've got as well. Oh god, right, okay. So it looks like, it is working. Happy days. So to everyone who wants to take part in the quiz at home, I will put the link in the chat now. It was on your screen before if you want to take part in the interactive part of it as well. Slides.com. So if you want to take part and be part of our live leaderboard at home, go on your phone or on your laptop or whatever you're on now to ahaslides.com/SCFC quiz. Take part in that and then your name will pop up as well. So let me know if you have done that. It's quite cool, this, to be fair. Oh, we've also got a question for you. So who should I play as on FIFA 21 and who should my younger brother play as? What's a good fixture for them, lads? Who are you thinking on FIFA?
I've not played FIFA for years. I'd probably just say Barca Real, probably.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Which team should the younger brother be, though?
I don't know, Barcelona.
Okay. Well, there we go then. That's who you should be playing on there. So let's see who have we got in here. Keep joining the quiz, guys. We've got one more question though. We have got Russell Wintle. He says, Richie, if the virus gets worse and the league, God forbid, gets suspended again, we are only eighth in the points per game table so far. Are you concerned, and are you trying to raise the points average ASAP and get into the top 4 just in case?
Well, it's a good point, but I think in terms of the cases, I think we're probably over the worst of that. So I can't see the game. The season being suspended. I mean, I would be very, very surprised the fact that they've got through Christmas, they've got through all of January now. I just don't see any sense in voiding the season and putting points per game. There's no sense in that at all.
Okay, right. So we are going. What was that? Sorry.
It was a good point.
That was a very good point. So we're going to go on to on your screens right now at home. So we will go to the first question. A couple of people dropped out then, but I'm hoping they'll come back in. Right. So we'll wait for some of the players to join.
But are we on the buzzer?
Yeah, well, I'll get you to say your answers. I'll ask you one by one. I'll give you the question. So let's start the quiz shortly. Oh, a few people joining now. So far in the quiz, we have got Alfie, Jake, Abdo, Sheila, John. They're joining the interact one to be part of the live leaderboard because they get to put it up on the screen and it looks really nice. So hopefully it'll be good. Right, I'll start. We've got Corey joining us as well. Thanks for joining us. We have got start the quiz. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, it's starting. So, question 1 then. Since we stepped up to the MPL in 2008, what club have we played against the most, playing 21 games in total? Do you know that, Richie? I'll repeat it to you again. Since we stepped up to the MPL in 2008, what club have we played against the most, playing 21 games in total?
Harrogate?
The answer was Curzon Ashton. So 2 people have got that right. So well done to them so far. I really wish everyone's looking at Coochie's in front, expressions here.
I thought you were going to come to me first, and I was thinking, we even have a guess for you.
Right then. So the leaderboard is on the screen right now. So Jake is first, Alfie is second, third we've got Abdo, third Corey, 3 BT, and 3 Sheila. So we've got, is BT, could that be BTA? Could that be Brandon getting involved? He always likes an abbreviation in.
Did he get down to Wyatt?
No.
It's probably Brandon then.
It probably is. Right, let's go to the next one then. So, in that same time, we have scored the most goals against Mosley, but how many have we put past the Lily Whites in 17 games? So this is multiple choice, right? Okay. So, is it A, 17, B, 21, C, 37, or D, 41? Now, it's multiple choices. So when I was in school, I just used to throw a guess here and there. So, Cootsy, which one are you guessing? D. So D is 41. So I can tell you now that so far, no one in this quiz has gone for D.
Yes. I said C, but
C. I didn't even hear that right then.
I want to change back to C.
No one picked C either. That's still wrong.
Oh, God.
So I can tell you now, everyone, so we've got 7 people went for B, which is 21. Now, I can tell you that the answer was 37.
C.
37. Yeah, C. I thought you said D before. This is the whole thing. So you got one right. To be fair, I'm shocked that Richie didn't get one right before.
Which one?
And the first one before, the Curzon Ashton one.
How do you expect me to get that? It's not even like I had multiple choice to choose from.
Cootie's only just joined us. You've had some history.
Not with Curzon Ashton, I haven't.
Right, next one then. So we have got the next one then when it loads. What team did we pip to the 2014-15 NPL Division 1 North title? Richie, do you know that one?
No.
No. Tom, are you going to throw a team out here and there?
Was it from Conference North?
Yeah, so that is the NPL Division 1 North title. Oh, so one person got it right. The answer was Darlington. Oh, not doing well in this, are you, Richie?
I thought it was a quiz.
So the leaderboard so far. So Alfie is first. Jake is very closely second. And then we have got joint third with Corey, Abdo, Jamie Jr. and Sheila as well. So that's how it's going so far in that top of the table. You ready for the next one? I don't think you're ready, Richie, really.
I'm waiting for the question.
Okay. So, question 3 then. Only one player has scored for Salford in the FA Cup second round. Who is it? Don't think too hard, Richie.
I'm thinking was it Richie Wellens against Notts County, that dribble, but somebody else scored.
I'll repeat the question. Only one player has scored for Salford in the FA Cup second round.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Who?
Yeah. Obviously, it's this season as well, isn't it? Oh, my head's gone here.
God.
No.
The answer is Stephen O'Halloran. So Stephen O'Halloran scored in the game against Hartlepool United in December 2015.
You know what? I remember the left back.
See, you know now, don't you? You just know.
Oh, my head's going here.
I did say don't think too hard.
No, I'm only joking.
Right, so the leaderboard is the same so far, apart from Sheila has dropped down the table and we have got BT in third place as well now too. So the next question is that same season, who scored the winning goal against Workington in the playoff final? Don't have a clue there, Richie, do you?
Either Gareth Seddon.
Okay. Or
his name's... He's at Altrincham now, up front.
What's his name, Richie?
Well, that's what I'm thinking of. And I bet it's him as well.
To be fair, he was at Altrincham and he's now moved to Fylde. But it's the same player you're thinking of.
Oh, no, I know what you mean. It's a good lad as well, isn't he? He's funny. What's he called? Give me his initials.
It begins with J.
Yeah, what's his second name? Initial.
H.
Oh, I can picture him now. He does that funny dance, doesn't he?
He does do that funny dance.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'll give you that one, Richie. I mean, to be fair, there's only one player that does that funny dance, and that is Jordan Hughes. So that is the right answer for that question. And there is one person that's got that right as well. So well done to you. Now, the leaderboard is still saying Alfie is now flying on 212 points because if you get it the quickest as well, you get bonus points. So he's flying with 212. In second place is Jake with 77 points. So he's getting there. Now on to our next question. In the 2017-18 season, we welcomed the pride of Salford to the Peninsula Stadium. What are the names of our 3 mascots? This is going to be a bit of a learning exercise here for Cootsy and Tom because they haven't seen our mascots yet. They're pretty class mascots though. Richard, do you know our mascots? To be fair, when you were our Swindon's manager and all that here, like, you would have come across them.
Yeah, because right at the top of my thought process was, I better remember them mascots.
I think they came up to you and started dancing a bit, though, to be fair.
Oh, I've not got a clue.
Okay, so...
I'm sure one's a lion.
What?
I'm sure one's like a lion.
The three of them are lions, Richie. So we have got...
three different ones. Right, so there you go, lion.
Yeah, so fair dues. So we've got Billy the lion, Babs the lioness, and Bobby the lion as well. So those are our mascots. Now, we've got one person that got that right as well. So well done to you. I mean, hopefully you guys will see our mascot soon. Fingers crossed. Now, in the leaderboard, Alfie is still in the lead as well, and Jake is second. Now, next question. We have played 2 games against the Class of 92 in Friends. What is the total score of those fixtures?
I remember one of them was 4-4.
Okay. So if you're going to throw one out there.
You did. You really went there.
Throw one out. I really did. So we have, the answer is 8-4 to Salford, won 5-1 in the first and drew 3-3 in the second. So you were close. So very close there. Someone said 4-8. Now we have a question about Richie Wellens. In 9 Salford appearances, how many goals did Richie Wellens score? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4? Now, Richie, you can't answer this just yet.
I don't know it.
How many do you think it is?
2.
Okay. Tom, what are you going for?
Tom, I'll give you a clue. I was a 37-year-old holding midfielder.
0.
Oh, okay. Well, then 0 isn't one of the multiple choice answers I gave. Then Tom's just going to be even interesting. But I mean, the answer is, well, Richie, how many is it?
1.
1 is the correct answer.
It was a good goal, though.
It was a good goal. Away at Stockport in October 2016. Enjoy that goal then, did you, Richie?
I think that was my last ever goal that year.
Oh. Now, who was our top scorer in the National League season for 2018-19? Get your answers in, Salford fans. Now, do you have any idea, Richie?
I do.
Go on.
Rooney. Surely.
So, get your answers in. See what everyone's saying. So 2 people have got the answer right. It was indeed Adam Rooney. So fair play, Richie. You got that one right.
No, I meant Wayne.
Is he our new signing or something? Right then. So we have got another question lined up too. What club did we sign Ibu Toure from in 2017?
Got to be a Merseyside club. Them Scousers don't drift very far early on. Warrington.
The answer was Nantwich Town.
See, it's not far from Merseyside, is it?
To be fair, people are listening to you. We've got Liverpool in here as one of us. The answer. People are really listening to it. So that was our quiz. Now I can say the final leaderboard is quite close at the end. So Alfie is in first place with 212 points. Congrats to you, Alfie. Second place is Jake on 161 points. So he was chasing you there, Alfie. Now we've got Corey as well, who was third with 83 points. And BT, whoever BT is, 60 points in fourth place. I still think that could be Brandon. Still think that could be. Especially like he'll be kicking himself now that he's not got many points. But yeah. So what did you make of the quiz, Richie?
Well, we weren't great, were we?
Not the best, but thank you to everyone who was getting involved in the chat with your answers as well. We've got a couple more questions as well, just so Richie, Blake wants to know, what do you think of our current formation, and do you see any changes coming in the future?
Maybe. Let's just wait and see. I obviously, with the injuries that we've had, and now Richie Towell's coming back, I'm still searching for the best. Obviously now Cootsie and Tom are here as well. I'm still searching for my best starting 11 and the best formation, what fits what we have. But the last week in training has given me a lot of confidence. I really do feel like we found a formation which suits more or less everybody in the squad. And I'm looking forward to, like I say, we've had a lot of away games recently. I think we've got a run of games now with a lot of home games in that we can really get our points tally up and get our season really motoring.
Okay. Well, before we all head off then, where's Obi?
He's gone out for a walk.
No.
Yeah, it was raining before, so he don't go out in the rain. So now it stopped raining, we've took him for a walk.
I'm outraged. So before the quiz, you could have shown us Ovi, but instead you've now let him go out on a walk before saying hi to everyone.
Yeah, that was a tactic.
Never trust Richie.
I don't say that.
You'll have to show us Ovi next time.
I will do.
You will have to. But before we all go, a big thank you to you guys for joining us, and a big thank you to Alfie Harvey earlier for his questions as well. They were great. And everyone's, oh, hold on. So just one more question. Harry has got a question for you, Tom. I heard you play golf. What is your handicap?
At the moment, it's 5, but I want to get it a bit lower.
Okay. And another question. Russell wants to know, Richie, how much input do you have in new signings?
Input in new signings?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
As in, how much input do you have? Do you decide? Do you have final say?
The whole input, obviously we've got a recruitment side and we've got, people that have had fantastic careers involved in the club. So I'm willing to listen to everybody's opinion. But I think as a manager, you have a vision of the way that you want your team to play. So any potential new signings that come in have to fit into that. Otherwise, you look at a club like Chelsea that don't really, they change a manager every so often. They've just done it recently with Frank Lampard, that probably the manager doesn't make the signings, and it's just, every 8-10 months of changing a manager just doesn't work.
Okay, fair answer. Well, thank you for everyone for joining us on YouTube. Thanks to the fans for sending in your questions, and a big thank you to you guys, and welcome to Salford, Cootsie and Tom, and thanks for doing this because the fans have enjoyed it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem at all.
No worries. Well, I'll let you get back to your evenings at home, staying safe. But I will see you all soon, and good luck at Oldham. We're all hoping to get a Salford result.
Cheers, Zara. Thank you.
No worries. So thank you to everyone for watching. Bye.